let me just see that everything is working here. Yes, looks like that. Okay, now I just have a look at my Facebook page and see what happens there. No, no, no. Yes. Okay, great. So, I'm online. Everything is working. Happy to see that. Great. That means we can start. So, what are we doing today? I see the first people are coming in. Absolutely lovely. Just please write in the comments from where you are joining. That would be great. And just confirm, please, that you can hear me. Because so seeing, I can't do that. But yes, I would need to unplug my nice mic. And I don't want this. So because then it's interrupted again, and then you have problems to hear me. Okay, so what are we doing today is one discussion. I have lots of times with clients, they ask us to help them to raise capital, and that then we figure out for an existing business, then we figure out, oh, there are a couple of things they still need to do to be able to really raise the capital. And that is why your compliance is also so critical, specifically in conjunction with if you need to raise capital or if you want to apply for grants or any other funds. So there are still no comments there. Can't you see me? Can't you hear me? Okay, so I just want to make sure that everything is working before I then go on. Okay, so maybe what we do first in between is let me just introduce myself. My name is Dagmar Breiling-Marais. I'm the CEO at Funding Connection, the funding strategist. And what do we do here at Funding Connection? We assist companies raising capital, applying for funding, and we do that by lots of advice and support to raise the capital. We determine where people are qualifying for, where they can apply for funding, in some cases even for grants, and then we can help them with the full process, drafting business plans, in some cases feasibility studies. Yes, the financial forecast is also part of it, and then we can also assist with the complex application process. I'm just trying to find the right word for it. It is not complicated, yeah, but it's complex, and that's what makes it a little bit challenging. I see there. Musi Mangape, good morning, all is well, and you can hear me. Yay! Okay, thanks very much for the feedback. I highly appreciate that. Okay, so now if you want, let's say, if you are a startup, your requirements are not that high for compliance, and it's usually not that challenging. You know, you need to have a registered company, you have a BE certificate in most cases. And for a startup, these things are easy. You don't need annual financial statements. You need a bank account, a business bank account, but that's also not a big problem to just set that up. Yeah. The problem and the challenge is what we are always facing is if somebody wants to expand and then we see, oh, they haven't done the latest annual financial statements, and then people expect to be able to do that quickly for 2.5 years. Yeah, and these things are not quickly done. I understand that. I'm also an entrepreneur. You know, all these admin tasks are also, in my case, waste of time, waste of money. That's how I feel. I know that differently here, but that's how I feel about it. I totally get it. I understand where you are coming from. But you want to be compliant with SARS, with UIF, with COID, with health and safety regulations. because if you're not and something goes wrong, then you are in trouble. Yeah. And you of course always need to understand, so the annual financial statements and the I like to have my management accounts done each and every month, because I need to see where we are at the moment. Are we on track? Are we below? Are our costs for some crazy reasons exploded? And then I can figure out what happened. Waco Youth Center. Okay, thank you so much. We are all ears at Non-Goma SA. Nice. Hello, Mari. Is it possible to raise, wait, audio volume, please? No, not on my side. I'm sorry. So for me, it is the loudest. You need to see that you can raise that on your computer, please, or your device. Sibonela, morning. Marie. I'm Dagmar. I don't know. How do you come up with Marie? I'm always getting funny names. I know my name is unusual for South Africans. I'm also called Magda. But I'm happy with Dags because that's usually easy for all South Africans. Just checking how possible it is to get funding to fund an idea if I got all required documentations. Sibonile, if you have all the documentations, that's absolutely great. Everything else you would need then to see. Keep in mind, not each and every great business idea is fundable. It's just the reality. Yeah. So that means we need to really have a look, what product or service do you want to offer? Do you have off-take agreements? And we will be able quite quickly to say, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I like to state clearly up front, your chances are just small. I want you to know these things. Yeah? That's why I said lots of our services, what we offer, is definitely advice. Putumi, Norman, good morning from PE. Lovely. Okay. So where did we get stuck? For startups, it's usually not so difficult, like I said, because you don't have all these requirements. You don't need to be registered with UIF. You don't have the CEO ID. I just had last week somebody also from the textile industry where you need to be bargaining council compliant to be even able to raise any funds. And it makes sense because these funds come from government, and government of course has these rules and regulations for your industry, for businesses in general, and they of course want to make sure that you are compliant, and then they are more than happy to assist you in most cases. Yeah. Okay, so, and if you are expanding, why is it so important regarding the expanding, if you are an expanding business to be compliant, your chances to raise capital with having a proof of your concept, having track record of your concept, show that you are capable and able to run a successful business, is a big plus. It makes it so much easier to raise the capital than for a startup. Yeah. So, but what the existing business just needs to have in place is they need to have South Africans are crazy, registered business. You need to have a separate business bank account, and sometimes don't get too worried. You say, oh, I don't have these things. Just start one step after the other. You are tackling these, and then if you have everything in order, then you know you can grow further. Yeah. All your staff needs to be registered with UIF, and you need to do the pay as you earn submissions to SARS. You need to make sure that your personal income taxes are in order. You need to make sure that if you are over R1 million sales a year, that you are VAT registered and that you pay your VAT on a regular basis. Then you of course have a look at whatever rules and regulations are relevant in your industry. Like I said before, the company who wants to raise now some capital they need to be bargaining council compliant, and they say, honestly, Dagmar, we are not at the moment, because of COVID, and I all understand these things, it's not, so, but then, as soon as you say, okay, now I'm able to do that again, you start again and do these things and make sure that everything is above board, yeah? Have your health and safety files in order, and whatever is relevant to your industry. Just make sure that's why in all business plans and all financial forecasts, we always make sure there's minimum one administrator. Because these things take time. Does this administrator is in smaller businesses also responsible, of course, for invoicing, collecting money, preparing the bookkeeping, if you are outsourced your bookkeeping, but that is all in order, you can do that. More important is also that you have all these other documents in place. And you know that I'm not from South Africa, so and whenever I figured out, oh, now I'm this size, now I need to have this documents, this files in place, we just did it. Yeah. So, and that is how you also grow your business, and that's, and if you're tendering, the drill. Everybody who wants to tender, they need to be compliant, because otherwise you are not able to get any tenders. Worst case scenario, SARS knocks on your doors and closes your business, or freezes your bank account, or they come up with some crazy nice ideas. Yeah, just to force you to be compliant, and you don't want this. You usually, when you are here with us, what you are interested in is you want to make sure that you are able to raise some capital, you want to see if you qualify for any grants, and your compliance is a big portion of it. Yeah, okay, so if there are any other questions, just feel free to ask me. What I can do in the meantime, what my team has done is we compiled a book. It's only 130 Rand, okay, and it is about compliance here in South Africa. We try to include as many industries as possible. Are you able to find all this information all over the internet? Yes, if you know what you're looking for. Yeah, so my problem was, of course, I wasn't aware. I know the rules in Germany, so what I've done is I always ask, is there something similar like this? This is what we needed to do in Germany. Is there something similar like that? Where can I get this information? Yeah, and that's also a way how I figured things out, but they are all over the place. There is not one list what we could find where you have all your compliance available. So this is only, what did I say, 130 Rand, it's inclusive of that. Yeah, so if you say, yes, I need this, I need to have an overview, where can I find this? This is definitely the right book there for you. So if you have any other questions, feel free to ask me. This is definitely here from my side. I just wanted to highlight how important it is, because we had a couple of inquiries, funny enough, last week, and yes, with a couple of people, they haven't had done the last the last 3 years annual financial statements, and then it's becoming really expensive, because 12 months you need to do the bookkeeping before you can do the annual financial statements, and everything needs to be in the correct order, because the annual financial statements from the year before will affect the next year annual financial statements. You just can't say, oh, I only do the last year. Would be so nice, I know. So, but that is sadly not working. Yeah, so that is funding through grants and loan possible, no equity. Wussy, is it possible? possible for me to buy a car? Yeah, do you know what car I want? No. Do you have an idea of my budget? No. If you ask my husband, he would say, I don't want a car, I want a Harley. So if you ask me, I have a specific other German car in mind. So, okay, so what we can, I can ask you here some questions. I need to have an idea. So is it a startup? Is it an expansion? I need to know what product or service you want to offer. I need to know how much capital you need. And then I would be able to say yes or no in general, yeah, without diving too deep into any details. I'm sure you understand that, so funding is available, grants are available, loans are available. Is it available specifically for your specific project? I have no idea. Start up 20 million, okay. So what product or service do you want to offer? Here we have here spring, and I'm struggling with hay fever, so if I start sneezing, please excuse me. But my nose is itchy already here. Okay. So yes, 20 million rand is no peanuts anymore. Everybody will ask you, okay, so now you don't want to put any own contribution into it, so you want somebody else to take the full risk. Then they would of course also ask, what is your experience and your expertise? Petroleum from plastics. Okay. There are a couple of options out there. I'm just straightforward. We see without own contribution, your chances are more on the lower side than on the higher side. As soon as you have some own contribution, your chances to raise the capital increase dramatically. I'm not saying it's not possible. For a startup for up to 20 million rand, I don't think that there are any grants available. The other question would be, you obviously want to collect the plastic. So is your input free of charge? How much do you need to pay for it? And then the other portion, what everybody wants to know is, of course, who will buy your petroleum and what price. And I don't know what quality petroleum that is, So yes, so if you need a business plan for this, we are definitely able to do that. We are also able to guide you and advise you in the whole process and recommend what to do. Yeah. Okay. So and I'm also plastic to petroleum. Okay. So I hope it is an established technology. It's nothing absolutely new. It's not for a pilot plant, the 20 million. You see, thanks very much, Pussy, for sharing this information here with all of us. You can see how complex something like this is. So it's, so there are so many puzzle parts, and that's why I usually also like to have my 45 minutes consultations, because me asking you all these questions, lots of times somebody said, I don't have equity, and then we come through there and then, oh no, but I have the land, so, or oh no, I have this portion already available, so, and then that is where then the magic really happens, where we can see, okay, so this is how we can structure that. Yeah. Okay. So, is there any other questions from somebody else? Otherwise, if you will see that later, I know lots of people can't listen here on a Monday morning. I am aware of it. That's why we always leave these things on our Facebook page, and we also copy it to our YouTube pages, so that you can have a look at it later and listen to it. So If you do that, feel free to go either way to our Facebook Funding Connection page and use our Facebook Messenger there. That's not a problem. Brent is there on the other side. You can, of course, also go to our contact page on our website. Let me just see here. I share that here with you. And then the egg there again, there is a chat what is answered during office hours by Brent. You can also send emails there, and Brent is answering there and guiding you through the first steps. Our approach is whoever comes to us, I want you to have the opportunity and the possibility to get your next step done. Yeah? So that you know exactly in which direction to run. That's sometimes why that's why I need to know where you want to go. If you just want to give me the little bit of information, I need 20 million for a startup, is not good enough for us really to say what is available there for you. Yeah? Okay, I hope that helped you this morning. You know how to get hold of us, you know where you get your next step from us. We will definitely see us next week, Monday morning, 10 o'clock again. If you have any specific wishes, what you want me to talk about, we can definitely do that. I know somebody asked the last time also about Google. We talked about Google business profile, definitely one good thing. We talked about Facebook ads, but we also talked about everything, business plans. When do you need a feasibility study? What is a company profile? What should be in there? I want to share lots of information here free of charge for you so that you can get started, grow your business, and that we all together make a big difference here in the economy of South Africa. Okay, I wish you an absolutely successful new week, and we will definitely see us next week Monday again. Take good care. Bye.